What if that child comes to her as a counselor and is seeking her help? Is she going to say, sorry, I think, it's really sad you're gay and I just can't help you out?
She will respond in an ethical and appropriate fashion to that student. And let me flip this around. You have a counseling department that is ruthlessly attempting to cleanse Christian belief from its students. Let's suppose you have a Christian student coming in for counseling. This counseling department has imposed its values, violating their own code of ethics, on these students, telling them they have to change their religious beliefs, that their religious beliefs are wrong.
Greg, I'm saying you want to win. Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, is there any evidence that Augusta State is taking a different position towards an anti-gay person who is not basing it on their religious beliefs? Because that would be religious discrimination if she were being singled out, but someone else who said, I don't want to deal with gay people, but that's just because I think they're awful and it has nothing to do with my religion. That would be religious discrimination, but this isn't. What they're trying to do is to make sure that there is a proper counseling environment for people in a very vulnerable situation.
She has never said she's never said she's unwilling to.
And you've used a lot of cagey words like the codes that are legally applicable to her and those that are valid, and you've already said that you consider a lot of those not to be valid. But the fact of the matter is, even though Augusta State is a public institution, they're also running a professional. They're trying to train people for professional accreditation. They have a responsibility, and it's been upheld by the courts, including a case that you lost on Monday in Michigan. It's been held that they have a responsibility to train people properly to be good counselors. And
so what you're saying is that her expression of a religious belief is going to be enough to allow her to be singled out for extra training over and above
She's
everyone
also
else,
said that she considers reparative therapy is proper, and that
is not true. That is an allegation, a hearsay allegation that the
the university has a responsibility to make sure that as part of this process that's not the case. And if she says
the university is a public institution, has a responsibility for upholding the First Amendment.
No, the First Amendment, they're running a degree program. They're training professional counselors. Okay, so that
are they not bound by the First Amendment?
What they're bound by?
They're bound by the First Amendment.
You don't have a First Amendment right to say in response to your science exam, how come into being. You don't have the right to say to relate your creationism theory. You have a right to have that belief, but you have to actually put down the answer to the exam. And if they say that she doesn't have the right to have her belief system, then that's a different issue. But if they're saying
that's what they say. We're in agreement then, because they say that she does not have a right to this belief and she has to change her beliefs.
Well, I think Aaron would back me up.
Final thought, Greg.
I think Aaron would back me up that her belief system is supposed to be put to one side. So I think that she should. I think it should be the case.
Why don't we stop right there, Aaron? Is that true? Would you agree with that?
In the counseling profession, as in the medical profession, the needs of the client supersede the needs of the counselor.
There you go. Bottom line.
And so, yes.
David French, Aaron Martz,
bottom line
Greg
is
Nivens.
The First Amendment, I'm sorry to say.
Well, I'll tell you what. We will definitely follow the case. That is for sure. We'll bring you three back. I appreciate you three very much for the discussion. Thank you.
Thank you.